Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Uncommentary, where we share our common and uncommon opinions about our favorite game of cricket. We are back after a long hiatus. Apologies if you missed us. What better day to start than on the eve of World Test Championship? With me, as usual, I have my friend Narayanan. Hey, Narayanan.
Hi.
Good to have you back. And how have we missed Indian cricket for such a long time?
It's been ages since we last covered the India-England Test series at home with
Yeah.
Ahmedabad, and it's been a while. And it's good to see live cricket back in action and the WTC final. This is what it is, right? 2 years of uh, devotion and following and ups and downs by all the various teams. Actually come down to this.
It's gone all down to the wire, as I said, as a prelude to this match that's happening tomorrow between India and New Zealand. There were stages in the series where India was on the top, then New Zealand, then Australia, and then Australia lost those crucial 4 points, which cost them a chance at the final, the championship. And today, on the eve of the World Test Championships, we'll be discussing on a few key points, most important of all, and which everybody is thinking and speculating about, the weather.
Fingers crossed.
Both toes.
It looks grim. It's rain is predicted for all the 5 days, including the reserve day on the 6th day. So I just hope the rain gods stay away and we can have a good game of cricket.
Yeah.
This match deserves a winner rather than a washout and joint winners being declared. It's the final of the Test Championships. You cannot have a washout.
100%. All the mehnat of 2 years going washed down the drain. No, we don't want that. We want this game to be played in full and decide the winners, be it India, be it New Zealand. There has to be a winner. You rightly said there, Narayanan. And speaking about the teams, New Zealand, they have declared their 15-man squad. So have India. You think they've gotten the right combination?
I'll start off with New Zealand. New
Yep.
Zealand, what they have done is a surprising exclusion is Michelle Santner being excluded,
Yeah,
and
I felt
they have
so.
taken in Ajaz Patel. But if you look at it, both are left arm orthodox,
Yep.
so only one could fit into the whole team for this match. But going by experience, I would have put my money on Michelle Santner. But
Yep.
yes, the team management definitely believes that Ajaz is more suited for the conditions at Southampton at the Rose
Yeah.
Bowl. Uh, it's a good 15-man squad, and New Zealand has had the time to acclimatize to English conditions, having played the
Yep.
two-match Test series against England, and they have rotated the squad, wherein Sir Bolt missed out on the opener but played the second. Jamieson played both. England definitely have a cause of concern because the way they approached both the matches, I think they're still reeling from the effect from the defeat from India. So they're still tinkering with their squad and they still haven't figured out what is the best 11. Barring
Oh
aside, yeah,
well, we
of
they
Archer,
are out of the tournament. So let's get back to New Zealand. What do you think
yes.
that? Yeah.
So New Zealand does have a very good lineup. They have had a good couple of matches, proper match practice in English conditions,
Yeah.
and they have tinkered around with their combinations, and they do have a proper game plan on how to approach this.
Hmm.
Uh, but seeing the weather playing spoil sport at Southampton, there just could be a small possibility that New Zealand do not play a spinner. They
Hmm.
may play about 5 quicks, including 4 quicks, which would be Saudi, Wagner, Bolt, Jameson, and Colin Dagram as the medium pacer.
Yeah.
That could be one of the tactics. I would be very surprised if they do get in Ajaz Patel, but yeah, You never know, because that he's the only spinner in their squad. So he either plays or does not play. I'm going with 5 quicks for New Zealand. So
Okay.
if you look at the squad,
Yeah.
just give me a
Let's
moment
have a
if I can
look.
just. I'll go out of the 15. I'll go with Tom Latham, Devon Conway, Kane Williamson, the captain, Ross Taylor, Henry Nichols, Watling as the keeper, Colin Dragom as the all-rounder, and then comes the 4 quicks: Jameson, Southey, Wagner, and Bolt.
Interesting combination. I would pick one spinner, and that's where Santner was my choice. But if they
He is
feel
the only
edges,
spinner,
but
so you should say,
yeah.
I will pick the only spinner.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no other choice left. So of course, Ijaz Patel gets a nod in, and so that'll be my 11. I'll probably leave out random. Tough choice for me. But yeah, the only reason being if Southampton does offer some spin, you have some purchase. And Ajaz Patel, he can trouble some Indian right-hander batsmen. So that brings us to the Indian squad. What do you reckon will be your okay, we'll speak about the squad first, and then we'll pick our 11.
It's a good 15-man squad.
Yeah.
KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal missed the cut, but
Mm.
rest of the people were the usual suspects. There was not much of a surprise over there. So
Um,
yeah, please.
I felt Shardul Thakur should have been in the squad because I'm a huge
Oh
fan of
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan, and I thought he could have gotten a chance to play in the 11 because you have 3 quicks, and if you could pick Shardul, it would mean that you have one all rounder of those 3 quicks. So, what's your pick? Your 11 for the match?
So I do agree with you, but the problem comes is when you try to get Shardul Thakur into the 15, you
Mhm.
basically have to go into the match with only one spinner. Yeah,
Ah,
I do not see where he can break Ashwin and Jadeja and still make it to the playing 11. If that is the case, uh, what would happen is now with this 15-man squad, when Shardul is definitely not in it,
yeah.
India definitely has put the gauntlet down because India has a left-arm orthodox in
Mm.
Jadeja, so which
Yeah.
counters Ajaz Patel's left-arm orthodox for New Zealand in case
Mhm.
they do go in with a spinner. The only other spinner that India has to add variety to it would be Ravi Ashwin.
Yeah, of course.
So the usual suspects would be Sharma Gill opening, Shea
Mhm.
on at one down, Virat two down. I do agree that Jinx deserves to be in the playing 11, being the vice captain for the
Absolutely.
squad.
Yeah.
And irrespective of what Hanuma Vihari may have done in Australia, I think Jinx may get the nod ahead of Vihari.
Yeah. I
Then
agree.
Pant, the usual choice for the keeper ahead of Saha.
Mhm.
Then comes Jaddu, then comes Ashwin, and then comes the 3 quicks of Bumrah. Now, this is where I have a small take because I am going with Bumrah, Sharma, and Shami. But I do believe that Umesh and Siraj also deserve a chance. So that will be a tough.
You,
It'll only be, I think Siraj may come in place of Ishant, but then
yep.
Siraj has not had the experience of playing in England.
Yeah.
And you would generally go with the people who have had prior English condition experiences in playing in
Yeah.
England. And I think Bumrah, Sharma, and Shami were the original pace trio for India when they started off the championship. So I think it is right to also finish off the finals with them in the squad.
True. No, I agree. I love this kid, Siraj. Love his enthusiasm, his energy, all the efforts he puts in his game. But you're right, Bumrah, Ishan Sharma, and Shami will be the choice. And I would pick them. The only thing that would be the only person that I would feel if I had to replace would be Shami by Siraj. It's a huge call. Basically, it's purely because of Siraj's energy. But other than that, I think we've got pretty much the same score, same playing 11. So I'm thinking and hoping they do go ahead with this, the team management, and let's see if India can put up a good show. Considering what we discussed earlier, what you mentioned earlier about New Zealand having the upper hand in having match practice playing against England and finishing the game in 2 days, 3 days. But having said that, playing India with their full strength is not easy. Gone are the days where India would be tigers at home and cats, little pussycats overseas. But no, with this team, I don't see that. I think it's going to be a good fight, provided subject to asterisk marks, terms and conditions. Holy thou. Yep. Okay, let's assume
the toss is going to be very crucial. I mean, if it's going to be cloudy weather with constant rains, on and off rains, you could see the toss being a major crucial role in this outcome of a result, where I think the team winning the toss would generally choose to bowl first.
Yeah, totally.
And knowing Virat's luck at the toss, I won't be surprised if Kane wins the toss tomorrow and puts us to bed.
I would want Rohit Sharma to go and do the toss for a change. Okay. Hypothetically, we have a full game. Before match, pre-match, who's going to be the favorites?
I'm going with New Zealand on this.
I'll go with India. We have a good match coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time, and we wish you a good game ahead. Wish everybody good luck, and good luck to both the teams. Thank you again, my friend Narayanan, for for being with us on the show. And I'll see you tomorrow. We'll come every day after the game, discuss the end of day's play. So yeah, bye.
Bye.